Hi guys, Alex here and welcome back to another analysis video, and today we are taking a look at Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, and we are finally going to put an end to the argument as to who is better between the two. I'm quickly going to go ahead and analyse both of these cards at the same time, and hopefully we can come to a conclusion that will satisfy you guys, but I already know who the best one is. Some of you will disagree, but the evidence is definitely there to support which one is better. And let's start with Gogeta. Okay, many people believe that Super Gogeta is actually better because his leader skill is universal. Okay, increases all types of ki by 3 and increases their attack by 3000, whereas Vegito increases agility type ki by 3 and increases their attack, defense, and HP by 70%. Okay, Vegito wins there instantly, simply because he increases every statistic of every agility card by an incredible amount. So that makes cards like Super Saiyan God Goku, Agility Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks, that makes those cards extremely powerful. And some of you will make the argument that agility characters are basically useless against tech type bosses. That is basically the argument that many people have been making as to why Gogeta's leader skill is better, because obviously when you have a rainbow team or an STR team or whatever kind of team, you obviously want to take on a certain boss. So obviously for taking on Cell, you want to take an STR team with you or whatever. Having Gogeta will obviously be very useful because he's increasing the ki of all types of characters. However, I do want to thank this subreddit for the following images and the people that posted this. And as you can clearly see on the screen right now, Super Vegito is having absolutely no problem taking on the Cell event. He beat it with absolute ease and with a full agility type team. But let's be honest, this is pretty unconvincing because Cell is definitely one of the older Dokkan events and is pretty easy at this point. So let's take a look at a full agility team taking on the Beerus Dokkan event and having absolutely no problems with it. As you can clearly tell, not many support items were needed, only a few ushers and maybe a few barbers, and that just shows you that a full agility type team with a double Vegito lead has absolutely no problem taking on these tech type bosses. And before moving on, I just want to quickly thank the subreddit again for providing these images. And as you can clearly see on the screen, this is a double Vegito lead. Okay, it has one SR Trunks that's obviously awakened, and the rest of the units are just rare awakened characters. And he is taking on the Gogeta Dokkan event, and if I switch over to the next image, you can clearly tell that he had absolutely no problem beating Gogeta with a team full of rare awakened characters. In my opinion, this is the perfect example of why Vegito is so OP and why he is superior to Gogeta with his leader skill. He is not only capable of providing ki to agility types, but he's also capable of increasing their stats exponentially. That's not to say that Gogeta isn't a good leader. His skill is definitely incredible. But if you were to take a full STR team to take an event on, such as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he would not have much of a chance. Now if we move on to their super attack, Super Vegito has the Spirit Sword, whereas Super Gogeta has the Soul Punisher. This is pretty much even. However, Super Vegito wins this round again because he is capable of increasing the attack of all allies for one turn. They both do immense damage. However, as I said before, Vegito does take one just simply because he is capable of increasing the attack of all his allies. Now their passive skills is where it gets very interesting. I'm going to start with Super Gogeta. He increases his attack by 7,000 and attacks effective against all types. This is what made Gogeta very special when he first came to Global and JP. Obviously Gogeta was only released a few weeks ago on the Global version, and he is basically making every single Dokkan event super easy because of his attack effectiveness against all types. Now if we take a look at Super Vegito's passive, he is capable of reducing damage by 80%, which makes him the best tank in the game, and he's also capable of counter-attacking normal attacks. Granted, he is not capable of countering super attacks, as I literally just said, but in my opinion that is a weakness that can be simply bypassed by having a sealer or two in your team, and you can also use the barber item. So not only is Vegito the best tank in the game, He is also capable of dealing a massive amount of damage with his counter attack multiple times per turn, which means that he can do a ton of damage in a single turn. Take this as an example. Vegito can easily peak over 1,000,000 damage in a single turn. Obviously when he is countering multiple attacks, this is easy to achieve, and at the same time he's only taking around 100 and even less damage from attacks. Now if we move on to their link skills, the main link that they both share is Prepared for Battle. They also share the Fused Fighter and Fierce Battle link, and Gogeta has Over in a Flash, whereas Vegito has Shocking Speed. From this you can tell that Prepared for Battle is now the new meta. It is the link that is most desired and will most likely be the link that players build a team around. However, as Gogeta was just recently released on Global, Over in a Flash is the most desired link. But if we're talking about GP, Prepared for Battle is definitely the #1 link that players are looking for when making a team. Now if we're talking about who's better in terms of links, I would honestly say they're about the same, just simply because they share so many similar links. Now if we take a look at their statistics, we can clearly tell that Vegito is just a tiny bit better, but that is enough to put him over the edge in terms of statistics. So now it is the moment of truth. Who is better, Super Vegito or Super Gogeta? And to be honest with you, Super Vegito is definitely the new king of Dokkan Battle. He is unrivaled in so many areas of the game. His leader skill is superior to Gogeta in every way. His super attack is just incredible, does immense damage and increases the attack of allies by 30%. He is the best tank in the game due to his passive, and his counter attack allows him to deal a massive amount of damage even when he doesn't super attack, which is very unlikely. He also has some very sought out links: Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle and Fused Fighter. The only real argument that people had against Gogeta being better than Vegito was that he could not take on tech type bosses, but as you saw in today's video, I showed you plenty of images where a full agility type team with a double Vegito lead was capable of beating those tech type bosses with ease. And not to mention, when you have a double Vegito lead, you start with over 100,000 HP, which means that you are more than capable of taking multiple hits. Whereas with Gogeta, you would approximately only start with 60,000 HP with a double Gogeta lead and other ultra rare characters. In my opinion, the only category that Gogeta actually wins is the fun factor, because you are definitely capable of making a variety of teams with different types of characters, but that is honestly the only argument that I can make where Gogeta is better than Vegito. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I want to quickly thank the subreddit once again for providing these images. This was definitely the best evidence that showed that Vegito is better than Gogeta. But that is the video, guys. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe and leave a like for more Dragon Ball content. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.